Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I am the Rambling Film Lover, and this is the end of 2019. So I hope you all had a good year, or if this wasn't exactly a good year for you, I hope you guys are able to maybe figure out what needs to be done in the new year. I hope you guys are setting your resolutions or not. Sometimes that helps, and sometimes it's better to not set any expectations. I hope you guys are just planning a good night for tonight, whether that's hanging out with a ton of people, house party, or just a small group at home, or just home yourselves because you're mellow. Whatever works for you, however you'd like to ring in the new year, I hope you're able to happily and safely. As for me, I guess I just kind of want to reflect on this year a little bit. Movie-wise, I think it's actually been great. And I am going to include superhero films. I am a fan of them, but I guess if we're going to get all artsy, a lot of people would probably be like, no, don't include that in a conversation about cinema or whatnot. But I have to. I grew up in a time where everything was like big budget action films and whatnot, and you still have to include them in the conversation. And just like when you're a kid and you get older, hopefully your food palette changes. I think the same thing happens when it comes to film tastes or TV tastes or just tastes in particular art. This year there was so much to really like chew on that it's been really eye-opening. And I think also television wise, what I'm excited for next year, I think right off the bat would be Westworld season 3 for sure. I'm really excited to see Aaron, and I'm excited because it seems like this is future world, and so I'm just thinking about just the production value and the music, and of course how this is going to tie in with Westworld, Shogun World, everything. That was an exceptional show. Movie-wise, I was introduced to the Safdie brothers. My brother recommended Good Time because we've been keeping an eye on Robert Pattinson and his exceptional ascension into just dramatic acting. This guy is doing some incredible work, and I'm so proud of him, and I'm so excited for next year and Tenet. And yeah, Batman too, but I think I'm just a little more excited for Tenet because it's Nolan, and I've already seen like the trailer, and I'm just like, yes, I'm here for this. But I saw Lighthouse, and I thought it was fantastic, and I saw Good Time, and that was just a rush of a film, and it's such a good film. And I was like, all right, I want to see what else Robert can do, and then I also want to see what these brothers can do. And so here comes Uncut Gems, highly anticipated for many reasons, because it's a Safdie brother film, and then of course because it's Adam Sandler in a non-comedic role, and in a good looking role. Actually, from the trailers it looks like it's not just any kind of departure, it's into something really juicy. And Kevin Garnett's in there too, and it's also gonna have, it also had the same people that made the music for Good Time, which is great. And I actually saw Uncut Gems recently, and I have to say, believe all the hype, because it is absolutely worth a viewing, or 2 or 3 or 4. It's going to be in my favorites for sure. Adam Sandler absolutely killed it, and he showed us what he could really do. Like, he's flexed, and I know he's done dramatic roles before, and I know he's good and he's capable. And for me, I don't know if this rings true for you guys as well, but I often feel like comedians or very good comedic actors have what it takes to be a dramatic actor. Robin Williams is a really good example, and Adam, I thought, did really well, and just the whole story was insane. Like, if you guys liked Good Time, Uncut Gems has the same safety touch to it, has the same safety rush. You get more of a breather with Uncut Gems, but no dull moments whatsoever. Every single second in that film, something is happening, or it's setting up for something else to happen, and then there's so much that's unexpected too. But yeah, that was probably one of the best films this year. For next year, what I'd love to do, aside from really committing more to the channel, because it's like there's always days where I'm getting off of work and I'm just like, oh, I'd love to discuss this show I saw. I'd love to talk about this film I saw. Or I'd love to talk about this film from the 80s or whatever. It seems like I'll put it down and I won't really get back to the channel until like way later. So one resolution would be to like really commit to it, because I love having film discussions like crazy, and I love talking to you guys, and I love just letting a lot of this come out. Like, I need to ramble. Another resolution, I guess I would love to do like collaborations with other people, but I'd have to build up myself here a little more, really, I guess, polish my voice and the episodes a bit. But it would be fun if I can at least start something next year with someone else. Just, I love bouncing ideas with other people. I know that my channel is just me rambling, but I work really well with other people, and I love talking to other people about stuff, because I'm not someone who tries to hijack a conversation, nor do I like when someone else hijacks a conversation, but I love when two or three or four can really bounce ideas off of each other, like a panel, because it's really fun, and you get to also learn about other people, and you also learn about their tastes, and they'll maybe defend a film or a show that you didn't really give you didn't give it a chance, but the way someone describes something so passionately, you kind of have a second, you want to take a second look at it. And I'm open to stuff like that, so I'd love to really kind of jump in a little more into like the movie critique world. Other resolutions, of course, are the more far-fetched ones, but not impossible ones, I guess. I'd love to write a screenplay. I have ideas and whatnot, but I don't seem to commit to them. I think I let sometimes work burn me out a bit too much, and then I'll dwell on an idea, but I won't really, put pen to paper and just like do the Stephen King thing, which is like write a certain amount of words a day, but write. Even if you don't have it in you, just write. Because creative writing is a muscle that needs to be exercised. So I'd really love to focus on that as well. Juggle that with everything else that, regular person has to juggle in their everyday life. 2019 also marks the end of the Star Wars saga of episodes 7, 8, 9. I really hope so. Because as much as I am a Star Wars fan, I am specifically a fan of episodes 4, 5, and 6. I now have more appreciation for episodes 1, 2, and 3 because, number one, it's George Lucas's baby, so he has every right to do what he wants with it. And number two, his work was actually more original as opposed to 7, 8, 9, which for me, they were trying to kind of rehash A New Hope. And then episode 8 was just this weird mismatch of somebody trying to change things up, but without really taking into consideration the previous film or how the heck to take it from that film. It just seems like it just was not cohesive. And I had recently seen episode 9. I was just like, finally, this is over. I didn't like it because it didn't contribute to the story. You literally like had to use something from somewhere else. You had to dig up the bones of something good and bring it back here, kind of like a retcon gotcha type of moment. And I just consider that cheat filmmaking. And I blame J.J. Abrams for not babysitting the series and for letting Johnson just drive this awesome potential of a story off a cliff, and then he had to come back and just like dig up the busted up car and the carcasses of old characters and just bring them out like, oh, This is what we were planning the whole time. Just the whole thing seemed just absolutely disorganized and just fan service to the umpth degree. And you shouldn't do fan service. But again, I know that Disney owns this, so maybe there's so much else at play. But I'm just happy that it's over. I really hope they don't go back to this. As a fan, it just wasn't needed. I actually don't even mind the spin-offs. I like The Mandalorian. I've been a huge fan of the show. It's been very good. I like that it's kind of like an old-fashioned serial, like from the 50s and 60s, like that you can use and you can do what you like with it. There is more story there for you to use, as opposed to like bringing up the Force from some dark corner and then still trying to create something out of something that ended so perfectly in Return of the Jedi. And I know they're gonna have an Obi-Wan spinoff. Fine, do what you will with that. Just, I wish they had never touched the original Star Wars. For me, there was nothing else after episode 9. And I know that, I guess I'm all a little sad for all the books and the other bits of stuff that have come out since Return of the Jedi, so nothing is really canon, except right now, whatever came out now is canon. It's just, like, we won't have Mara Jade or anything like that, so that goes to the back burner. It's just so much. So, part of me mourns what was beautifully ended and now ripped open. But I'm a very passionate fan, so this is just me rambling about something. Some of you guys may have liked it, some of you guys may have loved it. If you did, and you can defend your argument with someone like me or a friend or whomever, then you have every right to like it. It is, you can like whichever films and shows you like for whatever reason you like it. Me, just an old fan who was happy with how it ended. Again, I'll recommend The Mandalorian. I think it's great. I love the music. I love the acting. I'm really impressed by Taika. He directed the last one of the season, and it really felt like a good solid ending with the good promise of whatever season 2 is. And yes, I like Baby Yoda too. Call me a sucker. I thought it was adorable. But it was cool because The Mandalorian is something you should really want to delve into as a writer and a director. There's so much you can do with them, and there's so many worlds that he can see, and there's so many people he can interact with. Like, this is ripe for the picking, and I'm excited to see where it goes from there. I am honestly excited for 2020. Not for anything in particular, not because there's so much that's unknown, just because it's good to believe new year, new page, a lot more to conquer. For you guys out there, do you guys do the resolution thing? Do you just keep going at it how you're going? Anything in particular you're excited about? Some new shows, maybe new music, new films, planning on seeing anything in particular? Is there anything you're a part of? Written anything new? Any fears? Any hopes? Whatever you got on your mind, I'd love to hear about it. If not, I hope you guys have a safe and happy new year. Here's to 2020. Cheers, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.